Hey, welcome to It's a Mood. My name's Kiara Moody. I'm gonna be the host of this YouTube channel. It's just starting out. I don't even know what it's gonna be about, honestly. But we're just gonna play along with this, see how it goes, whatever. So, I really want this YouTube channel to be about basically whatever, meaning like there should always be a place somebody could go to find out information or talk about things that they usually just can't talk about. So this is where I want to do it at. And I think my first topic today should be toxic families. Okay, so to start off, I wouldn't necessarily say I come from a toxic family, but I definitely would say that I know a couple people who do come from toxic families. And there have been points in my life where my family has been kind of toxic. You mean like I'm just feeling myself trying to do me, trying to get my life together, and then here come my family, boom, crash, throwing all this bullshit on me, and I'm just like, really, bro? Like, seriously? And the whole saying blood is thicker than water. Sometimes water is better than your blood. And that's just being honest, really. Cuz family comes first at the end, especially when it comes to, your grandmother dying, you have no choice but to face the facts that you got to go see your family. But I'm not saying you should always choose your family over your friends. And I'm not saying you should always choose your friends over your family. I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is it's your decision. You decide who's better for you in your life. If you got family that are just always praying on your downfall and they're always telling you you're never going to be nothing, that's a toxic family. Even if it's just one person, that's a toxic family member. And they always say, cut it. Cut them off. Nobody needs toxicity in their life. I mean, think about it. Life is already hard enough as it is. I'm in college. I don't have time to deal with family members hitting me up telling me, oh, you need to do better, oh, you're not doing enough, this is and that. Listen, I'm in college. I understand what you have to say, but I'm in college. Whatever you have going on at home, I'm sorry for, but I can't do anything about it. And honestly, I don't want to do anything about it. Like, okay, let's give an example. For instance, my grandmother is old. She's about 84 now, and she's, starting to forget things. And it's becoming an issue because she still drives around. But when you forget to do stuff like bathe or turn the stove off, it becomes an issue for your other family members because that's something to worry about, especially the fact that she lives alone. So, we had a family meeting without her, of course, and we were like, maybe it's time she doesn't drive anymore. But, you know, the way I am, it's not our decision to decide what she can and can't do. I mean, she's a grown lady. She's been living on her own since before I was born. I mean, like, can't do anything about it. But we still worry because you know what? What happens if one day, she forgets how to drive? She forgets where she's going. She doesn't remember how to get home. And those are the things, you worry about. And then you have the toxic people in your family who are just like, who cares? Throw her in a home. It's not that simple. Life just isn't that simple. I understand, nowadays you can just drag and delete, right click and delete. You can't do that with family. I mean, these things take time. They're sentimental, it hurts. And the saying goes for toxic families. Sometimes you don't want to cut that uncle off, or you don't want to cut one of your parents off. But sometimes you just have to. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's called growing up. If the person in your life who's causing you problems isn't benefiting you, cut them off. And don't cut them off because I said to. Cut them off because you want to do better. Cut them off because life is just too hard. You can make your own family. Friends are family, especially those close friends. My best friend, we've been friends for 9 years now, since I was in the 7th grade. And like she's family. I tell her everything. We know everything about each other. Even our toxic family members we know about. It's just, friends can be family. Family can be friends. Sometimes family can't be family even more. I mean, you're still going to be related by blood, by marriage, however, but you don't have to keep them in your life. You don't. No one makes you keep family in your life, especially if you're grown. That uncle who you never really liked, you don't have to associate with him anymore. I mean, like, you don't. Now, there's a difference if you have family that you don't like who are trying to, like, help you out in a positive way. Then that's kind of like maybe y'all got off on the wrong track somewhere down the line, and you just kind of have to man up and just try to work through it. Especially like if you're like me and you're struggling to even surviving off cup noodles. I mean, like, sometimes family member you don't really talk to, give them a chance. You never know. I have people who I haven't talked to in years who hit me up out of the blue and send me money just because they want to help support me. And knowing that they want to help support me even though I haven't talked to them in a long time makes me really want to build a connection with them. I mean, like, the fact that I haven't talked to you in so long and you're still willing to build a relationship with me says a lot. And honestly, that's a good thing. So just remember, just because you have people in your life who are related to you doesn't mean you have to deal with their bullshit. And that's as simple as it goes. Just because you have friends doesn't mean, they're always going to be there. You have to watch your back with your friends. Because sometimes, your friends can be doing the wrong thing and you're trying to put them back on the right path, and they're just trying to be, big and bad, and they just throw you under the bus so they can get on top faster. Let me tell you a secret. The easy way out never works. Ever. So, make sure your friends are really friends. And then the friends, who are good, those are your family. Those are the ones you can trust. Those are the ones you'll struggle with, who'll help you out, who'll always be there for you. And, friends, you don't always have to go out and find them. Sometimes they find you. Sometimes y'all run into each other. I mean, like, honestly, family can be anybody. My cousin, we're family. My sister, we're family. And even though, we're blood, even if we weren't, they are still my family. My best friend is my family. My roommate, I've only known her for a year, but I mean, I do consider her family. I mean, that's my dog. My boyfriend, been together almost a whole year, that's my family. Toxic families, just deal with them as best as you can and cut off the ones you just absolutely can't deal with. Build your own family. No one ever said you were stuck with what you got.